X. What do we want for this? The main.
Just put your end.
Just your end. And we're doing pairs, obviously, right? Well, kind of have to. That was a dumb question.
Well, some will do, some will.
Yeah, yeah. Patrick, are these batteries going to be all good? We'll see. Okay. Yep. For real. Are you tuning in? Are you tuning in? Nice. Never know. Maybe Starbucks. Maybe the team. Could jump anywhere.
You should be in there.
I don't think we got the link. Can you just forward that? grab my blue drink? You grab my blue drink, please?
I don't need anything.
He'll be making fun of me.
You know what? You don't have to do things for everybody. Like you have to do for him. Just, you don't have to do everything for everybody. Just so he.
Thank you. It's a
What is
lemonade.
that?
A lemonade with coconut.
It's purple.
It's
This much is true. No, it's blue powdered. I'm not sure why. But
It's lemonade, is it?
yeah. Good thing this guy didn't see it. So. What happened? It's good, man.
Morning, guys. We'll just start with just thoughts on Torts not coming back next season and just what impact he had over the last few months that you got to work with him.
Yeah, I loved working with Torts. I thought he was, came in, gave us a lot of energy, and kind of almost like rebooted, I think, the team, and really enjoyed working with him. Sad to see that he's not coming back. I thought he was, a perfect fit at a perfect time for us, and as I said, I really, really enjoyed working with him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we had our time together in Philly, so I was very familiar with him, and I enjoyed playing for him there, and I enjoyed playing for him here. I thought he did a great job for us. Came in at the right time and just brought a spark to our group, and I thought he did a really good job for us. And guys I know in the room have a lot of respect for him, and just how he goes about his business. And I have a lot of respect for him, first and foremost as a person, and then as a coach. And I wish him nothing but the best.
You've both had a couple of days to reflect on what happened in the series. Do you have any thoughts on, where it went wrong, what could have gone your way that you would have won?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot of thoughts coming into it, and you've had a couple days to reflect, and game 2 personally. I lose the puck behind the net and end up scoring, and so that's something I personally think about, and but we come back 3-3 in game 4, and it's 3-3 coming into the third period. I mean, we're on home ice. If we can find a way to win that, we go up 3-1 instead of it's 2-2 going back to Carolina. And so, I mean, it's a lot of things you think about, and personally, I think about game 2 quite a bit, and what I could have done better personally, and so yeah, it's one of those things. It sucks, and but at the same time, you got to look yourself in the mirror and know what you can do better next time.
Yeah, I mean, feeling's still pretty fresh, so it's still stings. Disappointing. You work so hard all year, and to come up short, and to come so close. Very disappointed, and personally, just wasn't my best series. Disappointed in my play, and I know I wasn't at my best. And but you know what? Going forward, it's a feeling that you never want to have again. But at the same time, it's a feeling that you'll use to drive you to get better and to get back to that point, to have that opportunity again to compete for a Stanley Cup. And just the fact that us as a group, like all the ups and downs of the season, I think we have a lot to be proud of as a group with kind of where we were and our path to get to the Stanley Cup final. And I know we came up short, but there's a lot of things to look back as a group and to be proud of. And I know it sucks right now, but we got a veteran group and a lot of good leaders on our team, and we'll use this to drive us, and we'll be back.
For Carter, it looked like you had one of the most emotional responses after the game ended. Was that the moment of just losing the Stanley Cup final, or was the journey that it took for you to get here part of that as well?
Yeah, I mean, obviously losing a Stanley Cup there, but I think just everything in general, like just all the work that we put in as a group and all year long, and like I said, to come up short and be that close, just kind of let everything go. And yeah, usually I'm not too of an emotional guy, but just I couldn't hold it back.
Danny, then Jesse.
Raz, we talked after Claude died about just the plan in place on a possible new contract here. One, would you like to come back here before July 1? I know it's a quick turnaround, but would you want to come back here? And second, just what was your time overall if you had to describe just the last 5 months for you since the trade?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, I've loved everything about Vegas, and I've really enjoyed being here. And yes, I would love to come back, and I would love to, work with Kelly and find a solution, and be back here would be awesome. And you know, we were this close, right, to winning, and that's all I wanted when I was in Calgary, to have a chance to win. And so yeah, I would love to come back, but I haven't really thought about it a whole lot. You know, it's the disappointment of losing the final that's what's been on your mind. And but yes, I would love to come back, and as I said, I've just really enjoyed being here. And you know, it's probably the craziest year I've ever been a part of. And you know, really started like a year ago when the first trade calls kind of came, and you know, you wanted to find the right situation for you personally. And you know, it went all the way until January when I got traded, and then you know, you adapt and you try to fit in here, and you know, you play a slightly different role than you're used to, and then you know, you're off to the Olympics, and you come back and you barely know what time zone you're in or which city you're in, and then you know, right before the finals, you know, a very close friend and good mentor to me passes away. So it's been a lot this year, and yeah, I just need some time off from hockey, I think.
For Rasmus, after the game the other night, Mark Stone said this is a team that people love to hate on. Seems like general fans were rooting against you guys. I'd like to get a player's perspective on that dynamic. Do you use it as motivation? Do you like it? Do you dislike it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I kind of love it, honestly. It's one of those things where sometimes when you're hated, it's a good thing. And, you know, it just felt like it was us against the world all playoffs. And, yeah, I mean, it's a good feeling to have. And sometimes it's good. And it just felt like it was us against the world. And for me personally, I quite like it. And, you know, I don't really pay too much attention what's you know, what's out there and what's being said and all that kind of stuff. But it is what it is. And you know, if you're in your 40s and 50s and been a fan of your team for a long time and they haven't really, you know, gone anywhere, and then Vegas comes in and, you know, it's their third final in 9 years, it's easy to be jealous, and jealousy usually turns into hate. So that's probably the reasoning behind it, I would think. And but yeah, it is what it is, honestly.
For Ras, the difference in role, like where did that affect you the most? Where did it impact you the most? And I guess, like, how did you feel like you grew into it as it went on and into the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, if I just look at the regular season, right, I struggled after the Olympics. You know, those 12 games after Olympics, I played pretty bad. And then after that, you know, I kind of found my rhythm. And here it's like, you know, we have our first unit with them being so good. And, you know, in Calgary, you know, you play more power play time. You get into the game a little quicker, easier, and that kind of stuff. So, you know, I play first PK in Calgary and all of that stuff. So took some adjustment. And but once I found my rhythm, I mean, the last 15 games in the regular season, I thought I played extremely well. And you know, I got Gary to thanks for that. You know, he was one of the few who sent out that I actually did play well. And so, you know, I found my rhythm. And then, honestly, first 3 rounds, I think I defended the best I've done in my career. And then, you know, mentally I was a little off during the finals after what happened. But there's just no excuses. And I know next time I'm in the final, I need to be better.
This is for both you guys. You're new to the room this year, and you mentioned Vegas against the world, the 3 finals in 9 seasons. What is it about the room, the group of guys, the collection of guys that you guys came into that makes this group special?
Yeah, I think just the leadership in the room, in the locker room, the veteran presence. I mean, we're a bit of an older team. We got guys on our team, a lot of guys that were on the 2023 winning team, and they know what it takes to win. And I think this playoff run for guys like Raz and myself who haven't been this far and haven't been to a cup final. The guys that have, like, they helped us out a lot, and I know Jack helped me out a lot throughout the whole year. But I think just the dynamic in our room, and everybody wants to win, and everybody's so hungry to win, and it's contagious. And I think that's why so many players want to play in Vegas. It's because we want to win now, and it's a lot of fun to be a part of.
For Carter, after the game, we saw Jack have a moment with you. I was wondering if you could share anything that was said in that.
Yeah, I think that's between Jack and I, but
I have another one. Obviously, you've been through a lot of adversity on your way here, and you made sure that you were ready for this moment. You go through the injury, you're kind of thrown into the fire. What did you learn about yourself during this entire experience?
I think my gratitude was at an all-time high, just to be grateful playing the game of hockey again, and to be here in Las Vegas. The community was amazing. The fan base is just top-notch, and the support that we get is outstanding. And to what Ras said earlier about kind of being the team that, or being the villain kind of team, I guess you could say, to everybody else, but to the Las Vegas community. To just to see how much we mean to them, it's really special, and I'm so grateful to be here in Las Vegas and to play for the Golden Knights. And but I think for me personally, this year with like a lot of the ups and downs, just to be grateful for every day. And I know I think just just my gratitude, being grateful for this opportunity, and just happy to be playing hockey again.
Last two, Vince and Chris.
Rasmus, you talked about just kind of getting away at this point from the game. It's going to be a short off season. Obviously, how does that dynamic work for you as somebody who's, you said you were mentally a little off in the final, to kind of get away from it, but keep it in the back of your mind for what is a short off season, getting ready?
Yeah. First and foremost, just going to try to be with my kids as much as possible, get a few golf rounds in. And usually golf is when you mentally take a break from hockey, at least in my experience. And travel back home with two kids on a 14-hour flight will be a lot of fun. And just try to survive that. That's the first on the bucket list there. And then then you got a 9-hour jet lag with two kids, so that will be another fun part. But yeah, just usually when I get to Sweden, no one really recognize you and that kind of stuff. So it's nice to just be you for a little bit and try to disconnect a little bit from the world, and then take a couple weeks off and then get back to training and, kind of mentally reset yourself. And you build up these walls throughout the season, and, you're probably on your last layer at the moment. And, it takes a little bit of time to build it back up. But, and then, August's going to roll around and going to start skating again probably, and usually skate with the pro team back home. And, they've been nothing but great for me since I've been in the NHL. They usually let me skate there. So, and then travel back with two kids wherever we go, and will be fun. So, it's haven't really thought about a whole lot, but traveling is the thing that's on my mind at the moment.
Final question, kind of maybe going back to Torts a little bit. We see him from this side. You guys see him from the other side. And I kind of wonder if he has any fun little, what's he like just with you guys? Does he have any little sayings, any motivational things that you guys have learned? Maybe Carter, you probably know him better than anybody, or Rasmus. Does he have any, I know like Bill Foley, always advancing, never retreating. Does Torts have any, is he a fun guy? What can you share with us?
I thought he was great. Like, he was funny in the room, and, the video sessions, there was a few laughters here and there, and it's more like the sarcastic and what the hell is this guy doing here, and like that kind of stuff. So he's good at like loosening up the room at the same time being serious in what we're watching and what he's trying to teach. So my experience with Torts is nothing but phenomenal, honestly, and I really enjoyed working with him.
Yeah, I mean, he's keeps things black and white. Like, he's a super honest man and a coach. And I think as a player, like, that's all that you can ask for is complete honesty and transparency. So sometimes maybe a little too honest, and that's why, like Ross says, like, it comes out sometimes a little funny in some of our meetings. And I think one of the funniest ones this year was, I think when he called, was it somebody's Coley's stick or something, a utensil, and I'd never heard that before. So we use that quite a bit in the room now. It's our sticks are utensils. So.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Laptop out of my car? I have no idea. Right? It could be yes or no, right? Yeah, I just don't know. I have no idea. All day. Yeah, it'll definitely be a while until I get that drink, bro.
I was expecting like a black Americano or something.
No, I mean, I'll drink coffee, but it's not my first option.
That's wild. That's pretty wild.
I just haven't had time. Wednesday, haircut, beer coming around. Yeah. What are you grabbing?
Just my charger.
Okay. Who knows if he even has to run? Yep.
Hey, Tomas, just first thoughts on Torts not coming back next year, and just looking back at the last 3 months, just the impact that he had on the room and you guys, just how can you kind of explain just the impact that he had in the room?
Yeah, obviously I just saw it like probably you guys, like just a couple of minutes ago. So obviously when Torts come, he changed the room for us, and he it was kind of, the time was like we didn't even make a playoff, and he come, bring his energy, his speeches. I think he's such a good job, and motivate the guys, and we've been two wins away from the cup, and I think he did a really good job with the room. I think all guys like him. He obviously sometimes he scream on us, but at the same time he can like motivate for the big games, and it was fun ride.
Tomas, obviously the team is looking for its next coach now. What type of input do you guys have in exit interviews in terms of that search?
I think it's just, at least for me, like I think it's management. I think, everybody have all the trust here, because you can see past 9 years, where Vegas was almost every year, they always right there, and you just, obviously telling the season how you go through is like about yourself, about kind of stuff around, and they know exactly what they're doing here, and they know we want to be next year right back.
A lot happened over the last year or so. What's going to be your lasting memory of this season?
I don't know, just like, again, like this group of the guys, like just like how many up and downs we had, like nobody trusting us, and we got all away. Obviously it's heartbreaking in the end, but it's still, I enjoy the past 2 months. Was one of the most fun I ever had, and just always I would kill, we get 2 more wins with the guys, but still it was so much fun. We got so many through things, and guys play through injuries. It's just season you definitely will remember for a long time, but hopefully there is still more exciting coming forward.
Tomas, we talked about last time before the cup is like 10 years ago. What's the difference between that cup and this cup in terms of the reaction that you're feeling right now? Is there anything different, or is this one, it's very similar to the last time?
No, this one is definitely harder, like it was my third year in the league, I was still young. Obviously I wasn't playing that time because I was hurt, and you still like, you still have obviously a lot of time left. You're hoping you have long career and like they will come. Obviously, I still think I have a lot of good years left, but you're 32 years old, and you never know just when you have the chance. Even you believe it in this organization, this team, you will be right next year, but you still don't know. So the moment when we didn't win, it's still tough, and it will be all summer. It's not like when you lose first round, it's terrible, but like you're so close, and you will be thinking about it for a long time, and because you have so much fun in this room, and you get through so many things. You just want to win with all the guys in the room and celebrate, and you work extra 2 months, get so far, you playing such a big games, and you leaving kind of with nothing, which is so hard.
Tomas, in the NHL world, among the fans, this is the team to hate. Probably even some players who don't play on this team, it's the team to hate. Why is that?
I think we say many times, it's just they so good, like it's from day one. Maybe they miss one playoff, but they always like come contender, like, and everybody, every fan base want to have same team, cheer for, they have chance every year, they don't want to get waiting, many years to be in the playoff or like fighting for the cups, and this, team was every year right there, and they will be, because obviously we know this organization aggressive, they go for it, and you got trust in the team, will be again the next year there.
between the Olympics and a long playoff run, how exhausted are you or were you this year?
Yeah, you know, like obviously knock on the wood, I was happy I could play everything, you know, because I didn't miss since play preseason, Olympics, every single game. So it's never played that many games in my life, and so I'm really happy about that. But at the same time, it was long season, a lot of flying, you know, going to obviously to Olympics, to Milan, back, traveling, not much rest, you know. So I actually feel fine now. It's just probably now is the mental, you know, the mental thing, you know, you just sad, but at the same time, you take a quick break and, you know, like you want to be back, you know, because you're so pissed, you know, you didn't do it, you don't want to do it again. And I'm never a guy who likes to lay down for too long, and I'll be right back at the gym, but it's more now just get out, you know, for vacation, maybe with family, with kids. Just don't think about the hockey. Just don't think about it, even if it's so hard, because when you come back home, everybody keep telling you, you know, you've been so close, we've been cheering for you, but that's how it is.
Every time we see you on the ice, you're smiling, you look like you're having the best time. Where does that joy come from?
I don't know, it's just probably my personality, you know, I always like to laugh, having fun around it, and just enjoying every moment, you know, because time flies, you know, especially the hockey, and before you know it will be over. And I was always the guy who bring the positive energy to the room. Sometimes it's tough because when you just wake up, you grumpy, everybody right away, what happened? What was wrong? It's like, I'm just tired or something, you know, it's nothing happened, but it's how I am, and I probably will be, and I don't want to really change, because it's just, I'm just myself.
Tomas, you kind of touched on it, but how do you personally get away? Like, it's going to be a short off season before you guys are back. You have family. Like, what is it that you will do this off season that will help you? I know you said you probably won't forget or won't go away, but how do you kind of reset?
Yeah, I always say, like, it's hard to stay hockey, because I think we go for a quick vacation, actually like to Cowboy in a couple of days and back home, because in July I got my hockey school, so you know, be all the kids asking me questions, so that will be right into hockey, right back, and I know, so it's probably be just this quick vacation with family, you know, just kids been waiting, you know, it was a long season, a lot of flying around, not much time to spend, so especially next 10 days, wherever, you know, when you don't really start working out and getting ready for a season, when you really can spend time with them, so that will be the time you clean it up. But at the same time, I want to use for more motivation, you know, like you always want to be in the same feeling, and I just want to be better and work even harder.
Tomas, I see your hat there. What's more mentally draining, golf or hockey? And what's your favorite hole at Shadow Creek?
I just play once. I'm not actually that great in the golf, but I like the head. But so I played just once in Shadow, so I can't even tell you. It's just obviously a beautiful course, but golf is definitely frustrating too. But after this season, I know it's definitely frustrating for don't score over the month, you know. So I rather don't hit the ball ever again than don't score for over the month. So.
Tomas, before the Cup final, you mentioned that Vegas was like the last place you'd expect to play ever, and let alone in another Cup final. You've obviously had some pretty big moments in T-Mobile, forced a Game 7 a few years ago in 2019, fought Mark Stone as well. But how did it feel playing Stanley Cup final games in T-Mobile Arena, and an arena where you were kind of on the hated side of things for so long?
No, feels awesome, you know, the past year, just the group of the guys we had here, like right away take me in the room, even the fans around the city, you know, it was just awesome, you know. I don't have nothing bad to say about this organization, even the people in the Vegas, you know, everybody love hockey, we know that already, but everybody just cheering on you, and it's been a lot of fun, you know, and it's tough, you know. Obviously, we couldn't done it, you know, not just for ourselves, but for everybody around who's cheering for us and all the teammates. But it's really gluing me to playing here, and hopefully, you know, I can play here, you know, keep playing here, and play even better, and just keep having fun. Thank you, guys. Yeah.
Never seen the lights on back here.
I know. I was in it, like, what the heck is that bright? Yeah, but he's taking Dumbo. No, yeah, it's all good. Sorry if I block anything.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's just, a lot of them have to turn around, but you know.
This is 13 hours. I think we're gonna be all right.
It's pretty solid.
Oh.
Got another 13 hours on that?
That's crazy. Yeah. How are you?
You doing an interview or what?
Yep. I like the cut.
Yeah, thanks.
I need one too.
I don't know what that is. I think it's like, I don't know. I've been doing that since I was a kid. Brain gang. Yeah. Might be because I got so much caffeine with the food.
Dude, I desperately need a flosser. I got a little piece of bacon stuck in my killing my previous caffeine. I'm over here like I'm probably like a dummy because I'm just using my tongue to chow. The whole time. I have them in my bag too. I can't. Tragedy.
Trash. Trash.
It is. It's so annoying. Like it's probably my biggest pet peeve. Yeah, I mean I haven't really had much time this year. Did Johnny say you went up with him recently? Yeah, I've hooped with him like twice this year. It's fun. Was that at just like the Mormon church?
Tessa Park.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah. That's one of the other places. Yeah, I know. So was I, but I went with him probably in March, and after I was on for like 3 or 4 games in a row because we were winning, and at one point during the last game, bro, I'm
like maybe a game or two, like the 4 games that we played. I'll put myself up.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Like,
I know.
gas.
I'm just dying.
And it's outside, which doesn't help.
I know.
I can play way longer.
Hopefully I can get back on the golf course this summer too. I'm looking forward to that. Last year I played so much, and then this year I barely played because of the job. I probably played 45 rounds last year. 5 this year, maybe.
It's good for once a week, man. For the whole year.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. I was playing a lot. But surprisingly, like my game hasn't dropped off that much since then, which is it's good. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you guys
tomorrow, actually.
let me know. Yeah, I'm down.
Ben Simmons, just rebound.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a slasher myself. Like, not afraid to shoot it, but I'm not a great shooter.
I got like a decent, like I could take it to the cup if I have a mismatch.
Yeah.
Like
Ben Simmons hat.
if I have a mismatch, I'll take it. Other than that, I'm
As
just.
long as you take the layups and don't pass out of them like that.
No. I'm going all the way through the contact. I'm putting it up.
Got it.
I'm not even looking for a pass. As soon as I'm like determined, I'm gonna drive. I'm
You
not
got
looking
it.
for a pass. I'm dropping the shoulder and I'm going up.
I used to be like nice on defense too, but I don't have the stamina for it.
I don't either. And like Johnny and his homies, like they can.
I know. They play so much.
They can just run for hours. And I'm like,
If I had the energy, I'd play more D, but I'm like, bro, please just pass it. I want to hang out.
yeah. It's like, do we have to like have so much motion in the offense? Like, do we have to like run around the perimeter and
Yeah.
baseline cuts?
I know.
And everything? Like,
I'm like to my guy, I'm like, hey, if you chill, I'll chill.
I tell my families all the time. Like, let's just like hang out, man.
Yeah. Corner sitter.
Yeah, just chill. And new indoor shoes because I think I like pinched a nerve in my toe.
Damn.
Because I have the A1s and it's like a narrow toe box and I have really wide feet.
Yeah.
So like
I
I've
want
been
a pair of
getting.
Sabrinas. Those are fire.
I want to get the AE2s. They're only like $90 at Champs. So once I get paid, I'm probably gonna buy those for like indoor.
Yeah.
Or maybe just get 2 pairs of AE2s and just do 1 outdoor, 1 indoor.
I had right now my indoors are like here for KDs, not the most recent ones, like 3 years old. And then outdoors just a pair of Kyries that are probably 6'5" years old. I know, bro. They're the best.
You know, like my toe, like I get like an electric shock pain kind of thing from like my
That's
toe
brutal.
all the way up to the inside of my knee.
Doesn't sound good.
No, it hurts like a lot.
Yeah.
It hurts so much.
Apparently the Kyrie like Ansas or whatever are really nice too. People love those. But
As long as they're wide.
yeah.
That's all I care about. I already Googled all my symptoms.
Yeah. Self-diagnosed.
Yeah, that's me, bro.
I do the same thing. I'm like classifying myself with like 6 diseases just from Google. Like
Diagnosed myself with ALS.
yeah.
You're
For real.
I think I like screwed my nervous system. That's it. All my diagnoses were right. I would have been dead.
dead, like,
Same,
like
yeah.
35 times.
100%.
Put me down so many times. 24.
yeah, so he's not, still a child.
Yeah.
I used to say 25, you're over the hump and you're cooked, and now it's like coming up, and I'm like,
Pushing
oh, it's
30,
okay.
I'm
Like, I think 35.
I know. I'm 27. My friend is like 27 as well, but he's a few months older, and I'm like, bro, you're getting old, bro. He's like, we're the same age.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm bringing you with me.
Yeah.
That's
No, but it's both the hater in there.
you missed all of it.
Yeah, like,
28
it's like that meme of the rabbit with the clock.
Yeah. That's how it feels every day.
I know.
It only goes down 15%. The dedication to gaming is not there. Sorry. The dedication.
So how many players are on the roster? What? I'm trying to figure out how many prospects we have left.
Yeah, I have no idea.
So it's like 5.
Was it 25 or something?
So we're still waiting on Hill, Schmidt,
Yeah, I don't know if all of them will
Eichel.
go. I assume so.
Yeah, but who knows? Who might not want to go.
Schmidt, Eichel,
Yeah, I don't know if you have to make everyone available or if they even will. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think everybody. Sometimes I think some guys decide to have one.
Yeah.
Like last year. And again, I didn't start at 3 o'clock. I've been up since 3.
Damn. Yeah, he's like a super stoic guy.
These are the ones. It's only 100. I'll take them, bro.
Yeah, they do look wild.
Take them for 100. They look like they have decent. What's we call it? Ankle support.
Yeah. Never had one of those. But.
I never had one either, but I used to eat. Too many other breweries in town. I go for food.
Actually, he did on media day too. I remember him making the thumbnail. He was kind of cheesing. Not like beginning media day, but like Stanley Cup final media day.
Screen grabbing it.
Yeah. For the thumbnail.
Yeah. It's crazy that the screen grabs look that crisp.
I know.
Morning, guys. Just want to get your thoughts on Torts not coming back next year and just the impact that he had on the room and what he brought over the last 3 months on this run that you guys went on.
Yeah, it was obviously, it was great to have him. It really was. Came in and changed a lot of, I think, our moods. Just brought a lot of energy, brought a lot of fire. Obviously did some amazing things with us. So, yeah, super thankful that, we got to have them. Wish him the best.
Yeah, just a great human being. I think when he came in, he gave our team the belief, in the locker room. And, I think he taught us a lot during his, 3 months, short period of time, helped every single guy to get better. Just like a lot of good times with him. Best of luck to him.
For Mitch, obviously the ultimate decision of the next coach isn't in your hands, but you guys' opinions matter. You've seen two different style coaches this year on this team. What do you think the next coach should be like?
That's a good question. Obviously you leave that up to Kelly and George to make that decision, who they think's best. I think they obviously have a great read in our team about what we need. And that same kind of passion, the fire, keeping people accountable. At the same time, being very personable and being easy to talk to. And, I think that's when, you get your best coaching is a guy that you can, really just be yourself with and talk to. And, that's what obviously I think we all hope for next.
Ivan, you've known both emotions of the highest of this and now the lowest of this. Hanifin, who hasn't, said he'll never forget this feeling. What gives you more juice to go on and do it again, the higher or the lower, to try to get this, back to where you were?
Well, it hurts losing, especially when you get all the way. You're in the finals and you're so close to winning. I think we were 2 games away from winning, and we just fell short. And it's just it hurts, and I think this is going to make us stronger. I guess sometimes you have to lose to win. So just got to have a good summer, regroup, and just go back at it again.
For Mitch, there were a lot of ups and downs in the playoff run. What do you think your lasting memory is going to be of this playoff run?
Lasting one. Obviously the losing part sucks. That's probably going to stick with us all for a long time, if not life. So, I don't know. I think through the ups and downs of the playoffs, just how close our team stayed with one another, how much trust, resilience just kept going through our group. I think there are, parts where guys just never gave up on one another, and that's something that you appreciate. What guys battled through in the playoffs to play through some of their injuries. That's what you remember the most. That's what sucks the most is how many guys you saw in that room just getting taped up or getting something done to them that, they're just trying to hold their body together, go out there and play another game to give everything they have. So, those are kind of the memories I think that will stick maybe a little more just through those rides.
Mitch, obviously long run, long year for everybody, but for you, a lot of new in this last year. How do you get away? Do you ever fully reset? I know it's fresh today, but what is a short off season getting ready to try and do it all over again?
Yeah. This is obviously the shortest off season I've had. So, I don't know. I'm sure in the next day or two, I'll start talking to my trainer back home and trying to figure things out. And then from there, just kind of reset the body a little bit, get movement stuff going, and just try to be ready to go for the next season. I think, it's just kind of just going right back to work. You just want to kind of keep your body in the right shape and the right form, and, make sure you kind of work out all this stuff that maybe you had bumps and bruises on, and figure that stuff out, and just take some time to just relax your mind too. Obviously our season was pretty stressful, a lot of stuff going on, which is Olympics involved as well. So Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to probably take some good time to just rest my body, take some time off, just be a dad, and enjoy some family time.
And Mitch, you mentioned the Olympics. It's kind of a double-edged sword. You want to have the best players you can have, and that means you're going to have players in the Olympics or in the World Cup on those years. Is next year a year when there is no Olympics? Does that set up better for your group? Because you're going to have a ton of players that are going to play in those best-on-best events. But next year, that doesn't happen. And could that be a benefit to the Golden Knights?
I definitely think it could, yeah. I think it's a really special thing to have the Olympics back. Whenever you do your country stuff, I think it's always cool. I think it brings our game more eyes to it. A lot of people watch it. I think the Four Nations really excelled and brought a lot of people that maybe didn't watch hockey or didn't care for hockey as much, right into the game and loved it. And then obviously the Olympics did the same thing. So it's always cool to do those events, but at the same time, yeah, like you're saying, we have a lot of guys that would play in those events. So, it's never a bad time to have a week off and, again, relax your body and mind from, the game of hockey and the stress that you put on yourself to be great every night. So it is nice sometimes when you do get those bye weeks and those relaxing days.
I know it's difficult to get a silver medal and to be 2 games away from winning the Stanley Cup, but you uncovered some stuff about yourself that you led the Stanley Cup playoffs in points. You were incredible for Canada at the Olympics. When the sting goes away, will you look back at this and go, in 25-26, Mitch Marner grew as a player and there's even more to come?
Yeah, I think you'd like to see that. I think, yeah, for sure. I think you always believe in yourself to do spectacular things. I think the thing I always keep talking about is I think our game, our sport is one of the, I think out of all the sports, I think it's literally, you can't do anything by yourself in our sport. You really can't. I think you need 5 people to be on the right page a lot of time for a lot of things to go your way and be right. I think I was very fortunate that a lot of time our line had a lot of great chemistry throughout the playoffs. Really found our stride early, especially when Carl came back. I think a lot of us, all 3 of us just clicked right away, which helped a lot of things. But yeah, I think you do take trust in, a sense of, the eagerness to get back to this moment and, realize that you got to go through a lot of games again, but we have a special team in here that can do this again and trust it and trust everyone around you.
Mitch, I'm not sure if now is probably the time you want to discuss it, but you said at Media Day about the dark times. Is there something you want to elaborate on that? And then if not, just how much did this room and this group kind of, I guess, eradicate those dark days you were going through?
Yeah. I think I just, when I said that, I think mental health is a super important thing to me. It really is. I've been really trying to take care of my mental health probably for the last 5 years or so. And I'm really thankful that I had some unbelievable teammates around me in Toronto that I was able to talk to, express myself. Again, like I said, my family, my brother, my mom, dad, my wife. There was some really dark moments there that, the thought of playing hockey was, just, really tough, honestly, in a lot of ways. Was just a dark kind of vibe, dark hole in a way. And I'm very thankful, like I said, that I had people around me, teammates that, asked me how I was doing and knew that I was going through something that I could talk to. So, I just think it's really important to always check in on your friends, your family, people around you, mental health. I think it's a thing that in this day of age now it gets talked about, but I think still overlooked in a lot of ways. I think a lot of us, are addicted to the social media aspect of things. You're seeing a lot of comments, seeing a lot of things about yourself. I think, tried to check myself out of that in the last 2 or 3 years, really, just try to get off of it, try to get away from it. I think that's helped in a lot of ways, but yeah, I don't know. I think you always just you gotta be able to talk about it too. You gotta be, people want you around. That's what I always say. People want you in their life. You should never be afraid to talk about your emotions and talk about your fears and what you're going through. So, yeah, I'm super thankful that I had a lot of people in my life that I could talk to and share things, and made me better.
Mitch, kind of to continue on that just a little bit, did you feel more free knowing that you're kind of were moving in a better position mentally? And did you feel this playoff was kind of like the best you felt mentally in that perspective?
Yeah, I think so. I think just through a lot of things. I think when you're in that mental blender, put a lot of stress on your body, on your mind. You're up a lot of nights thinking about how you can be better and change things. So, I don't know. I think definitely being in a new environment and stuff like that maybe just helped it, just release it a little bit, and having these guys around me too helped a lot. We have a tight knit group, so it's pretty special. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Enjoy your summer.
That is terrible. I went to bed on
That extra board, Kevin?
What is it?
Ever use this extra board?
Yeah. If I had like a napkin or a tissue to like fix this issue.
And you grind with it.
Huh?
Napkin or a tissue to fix this issue.
True. Bars.
One over here. There's a couple.
Somewhere. Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, they asked me to I'm gonna shoot something for free. I'll shoot something for free. Okay, well. I already wrote something for feedback. As a report. Yeah. Everything already got back. Okay. You go. You go. Remember? I know you need to know. I'm just not texting my other guy about that. I worked on I did the watch party on Thursday. Not Thursday. No, Wednesday. No. You gave those in Carolina? Oh, did you? Yeah. Okay. I never did an hour. I started thinking George Russell. That was a shit bed. I came there. Yeah. Hey, do we name? I heard that one. Yeah.
Damn. What?
You have a card reader on a laptop that doesn't read SD cards.
It doesn't just work at all?
It does. It just takes like 30 million times
Wow.
to try to get it right your reader. Yeah. Just didn't like to read values.
Usually the little things like, you know,
Huh.
Learning all the machine learning. Yeah. I'm learning thumbnails on WSC. She's doing the captions on YouTube. You're getting the tweets out. Starting at the second one. Yeah. And be like, hey, you want to
I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
And that's
I think he's out of left. Yeah. So I'll wait till after this. Is he? Intrusive thoughts.
He was expecting like here, because then he played here, so he was making sure that all in.
You know what's hilarious? He's like, these are new.
It is strange when you speak into the microphone.
I know. Especially
Yeah,
because all
he's like-
The only place where we have
Yeah.
microphones that
Yeah, all playoffs, like you heard it in Mac River and our
every
T-Mobile
other
Arena.
press conference situation we've ever been in.
Yeah.
From my experience.
Mhm.
They have microphones for speaking.
Right. But they're very low. Yeah. It's a feedback.
They don't even think.
He did, because he was like, yeah, because of, so they have feedback. It's kind of weird. It's hard to do it, but still.
Sounded yours too.
Yeah. You guys, yeah. Well, Jeff was in there. When I went up to grab mics, there was a bunch of desks.
That's the spot.
Hopefully it gets back.
Oh yeah, I guess it. Maybe we get the second round back. I guess it probably might trade.
What's that?
So I guess they could still get that. Still get that. So yeah. You think that? You think they could do that there?
Yeah.
Because it'll be your own your get it back. Maybe not. Oh, then I get not the second round back.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Reading access worker.
Right.
Like,
Really? Seems like a lot of place to it. Baltimore Fantasy League?
I heard 130 is for this year. Which I guess would make sense. Just, there's no way to actually. Evidence from here, and then, whoops, they got my number. What do you do? Lexi, are you gonna get married in Madison Square Garden?
Huh?
Are you gonna get married in Madison Square Garden?
Yeah, I was looking at it after the news.
She set the precedent, so after this, like, she's gonna get married anyway. Or maybe at least T-Mobile Arena. We can go on T-Mobile Arena for a wedding. You know, the Silver Knights did a wedding in one of their, you know, the Silver Knights, a couple got married out of Silver Knights games.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's wild, I remember that.
I didn't go there, I remember that, like, each game actually with different aspects.
I saw that, yeah, that was cool.
But, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Have you okay been getting the company-wide emails from Rachel? Like, did you get any today?
We get some of them. Yeah, see, it's like really random. Same with Darlene's, like we get some of them, but not all of them. Yeah. That was my take on it too, yeah.
Sorry.
They were doing like a hangover stuff.
Take questions for Brandon now, guys. Danny?
Promise I won't ask you about your nose again. We'll get away from that. But no, just your thoughts on Torts not coming back next year and just what he brought to the group over the last 2.5 months to help get you guys to where you almost came up there.
He was awesome. He was fantastic. He's kind of perfect for what we needed. Came in with great energy. Helped us get where we were needed to be. You know, they made a decision. It is what it is, and you know, just happy that I was able to work with him and build a little bit of a relationship. And it sucks we couldn't get it done for each other, but it is what it is.
Ask some of the guys who've seen the highest of highs and the lowest of lows what what juice gives you more to get back? What pushes you more now to get back?
Well, not winning. It's maybe one of the worst feelings ever. Just so hard to get there and to not win. And you have a good team and a team that could very well have won it. And to not do it, it stings, and it's going to sting for a while, and it's going to be motivation. A little chip on our shoulder, and we'll get some time to recover and rest, and we'll get back at it, training and whatnot in a few weeks, and it'll be business as usual.
How do you look back on this playoff run personally and with the challenges that you had to go through?
Yeah, it was interesting year leading up to playoffs for sure, and yeah, playoffs was fun. It was fun. There was a lot of kind of adversity personally I had to deal with injuries and whatnot, but it's what you do that time of year, and I did the best I possibly could. I gave everything I had, and unfortunately it came up short.
Braden, you mentioned kind of the year, an up and down year, coaching change, remarkable run. What lessons do you pull out of this season that helps the team moving forward?
Yeah, I think, you're going to, like I said, take some time here and do a little bit more reflecting. It's day 2 of losing. You're still a little numb to it, but yeah, you'll do some reflecting, and you'll get your training in and whatnot, and it'll, like I said, it'll just be kind of like business as usual. You're going to have your training camp, going to be a little different training camp this year with a new coach, whoever that may be, and your focus is going to be having a good start. We experienced the highs and lows of the season this year, and nipping it in the butt when we have to is going to be a big thing.
Braden, you've been here since the beginning. When this team first got into the league, it was kind of darlings of the league. Now, 9 years later, a lot of hockey fans see you guys kind of as the villains. I'm curious, as a player, do you relish that? Does it bother you? How do you feel about just the way the image of the team has changed?
Yeah, it's funny, really. I don't know how I feel about it. It doesn't really change anything for me. It's probably a good thing because usually it means you're winning, right? So, this team has had a lot of success in its 9 years, and it will continue to have success. It's just how it operates and how the culture is here. So at the end of the day, it's probably a good thing. It's a business that's looking to win, and that's what you want to be a part of.
Braden, you said business as usual, but you alluded to a new head coach. I mean, what kind of unknown does that create in a short off season as you try and mentally reset and get ready to go do it again?
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It's out of your control. It's nothing you can do about it, and I'm sure whatever happens, you'll get comfortable, or you'll have conversations with whoever it is, and I think training camp will be very important. The week or 10 days of whatever it is, but that'll be important for the group, and we'll carry it on through the start of the regular season.
You mentioned the adversity you went through earlier in the season, missing time for the first time in a long time. I guess how much of that was a chance to kind of think mentally and approaching that, knowing that you had to kind of step away from it, and how did that, I guess, adjust as the season went on?
You're talking about my injury? Oh, okay, yeah. I think I played 3 seasons where I think I played every game. I think that might be right. It was a brutal injury, but so you want to be playing. But yeah, if you look back, it was kind of time to get a rest for myself and mentally get some rest for sure. I think it was a month. I think I was out. I can't remember, but I think it bled into the Olympic break. So, it was a good opportunity for me to get rest, get a little stronger in some areas, and just get ready for the stretch run. And I think it probably did help me as the season went on for sure.
You had mentioned after the game that
players were battling through so much, that there was so much going on underneath the surface. I'm just curious how much that inspired you to come back when you were injured, and just what it all means that you guys were putting your bodies on the line in the way that you were.
Yeah, I was super proud of the guys. It's remarkable. Yeah, it's crazy what you do when it comes playoff time. You put everything on the line, and just to see how much it means to guys, it was awesome. Like I said, very proud of everyone. But yeah, for me, it was there's if you have a chance, you're going to play, so, right? So that's my thought process, and I'm pretty sure every other guy in the room's thought process.
Braden, how do you kind of manage being proud and happy of what you guys accomplished, being just 2 games away from winning the Cup, and also the disappointment of not actually winning the Cup?
Yeah, it's tough. It's a lot of disappointment. Like I mentioned earlier, it's just so hard. It's hard to get there. It's 82 games and then 3 grueling rounds, and then you get to the finals and you have a team that can win it. That's the hardest part, you know. It's just a lot of disappointment, but a lot of fuel at the same time. You know, you kind of, now we know we have a good team. We knew it before, but you really know it now. So we know we have the capability of getting back, and there's no doubt in anyone's mind that we will.
We're going to ask you kind of the emergence of some of the newer guys you've had on your blue line. You know, like Rasmus Anderson comes in, and then of course Caden, who's been in there but got more minutes and more games this year, and then even Dylan Coughlin being able to come into the playoffs. Just would you speak about maybe how those guys came in on the blue line and help you guys out throughout the year?
Yeah, I thought they all did a great job. Corsi played a lot more this year and a bigger role, and he played pretty well. And he's only going to get better. He's still young, and he has so much talent, and and his game's just going to evolve for sure. And with Lozzi, he was, I knew his game, but I didn't really know it that well. But it's impressive how physical he is, and he's a guy that you really want, on your back end that plays that way, because you probably ask other forwards around the league, they probably don't enjoy playing against him, and that's what you want on your team for sure. And with Cogs, I'm just super proud of him. Man, what a journey for him, and he was outstanding for us when he came in. So I was just super proud of him and how he played, and I'm just happy for him.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
You'll have time, but I got you. What's your question?
Oh, that's the one where it's like either his first goal or he went over like a stretch. I don't know the numbers, but he was like he started out.
Okay, he's got a point in his first game, I think, like an assist, something like that.
Look at his first stretch, like 10 games or something. Thank you. And there might be either one big moment or you can just like lump it next to it.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Or Akira's shutout against Devils.
What's that?
Akira's shutout against the Devils early in the season.
That's good.
Oh,
play? Jack and the set. And then Jack's overtime winner in Madison Square Garden.
Okay, thank you guys.
Hey, Mark, just first thoughts on Torts not coming back next year and just overall the impact that he had on this group. Just what can you speak to that?
Yeah, Torts was really the perfect fit for what we needed at the time. He really came in and gave us a shot of adrenaline, gave us energy and belief that we could get the season back where we wanted it to be. I got all the respect in the world for the professionalism and everything that he did in his short time here. Not many guys would have accepted that role. So, with that being said, I trust that Kelly and management will, I have trust in them. So this is the decision that they made.
Like you said, it's their decision, but you've seen this group and the way they've been coached by 4 different coaches now. What do you think the next coach needs to have to fit in with this group and be a good fit for you guys?
Well, I mean, we've been through a lot of stuff, I guess. I mean, I've been here for 7.5, 8 years. The organization's been 9. We've been through a lot. We've accomplished a lot. We've had our ups, we've had our downs, but I think we want to have a structured coach who has good energy. I think that's what Torts was so good at with the energy. He really brought belief into the locker room. So I think our next coach, we'll have to work with, but I think the goal is to have the belief between the coaches, the management, and the players all pulling on the same rope.
Mark, how do you manage being proud and happy of what you guys accomplished, like getting as far as you did, just being 2 games away from winning the Cup, and also the disappointment, obviously, that you guys feel from not accomplishing the goal that you guys wanted to accomplish?
Yeah, I just think like you said, you put it into 2 boxes, right? I'm extremely disappointed. I still believe that we had an awesome opportunity to accomplish our goal this season. It's heartbreaking. Still going to take a while to get over it. May never get over it. It's just the way that we are in this locker room. But at the same time, the stuff that happened to us this year, as far as inconsistent play, inconsistent ups and downs this season. I'm proud of the guys. I'm proud of the players. Proud of the staff. Proud of everybody who kind of came together to ultimately get there. There was no guarantees we were going to make the playoffs with 8 games to go. We were able to win our division. We were able to win 3 playoff series. We were able to win the Western Conference. There's a lot of organizations out there that haven't been to a Western Conference final, and we've been to 5 now. You have to be proud of it. There's only one team that wins every year, and there's 32 teams. So we're the unfortunate first loser, I guess you could say. But winning in the playoffs is hard, and we were able to win 3 playoff series. But like I keep going back to, I'm very disappointed that we weren't able to get the 4th.
Hey, Mark, you mentioned the season, the year, the inconsistencies, the ups and downs. What can you learn about that, especially in light of the swing with 8 games left to the run that you went on, that will help the team moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I was talking with my father-in-law the other day. Usually you learn more from your failures. And, we failed quite a bit this year. We had some stretches of hockey where it was terrible, but that's kind of the resiliency of the group, and I think that's what we've learned. You're going to go through that kind of stuff. Every team does. You go through it at different points of the season. I look back at the Colorado series, us having gone through so much adversity and putting pressure on them, I think it was tough for them. So I think the learning experience for not just the guys, who've been there, done that, the guys who are kind of going through this type for the first time, I think it's invaluable.
Mark Tortorella, even after the game 6, said how anxious he was to see what this group can do after what you guys went through this season. Next year, everybody talks about wanting to get back, but everybody that's come up has been pretty sound in terms of we will be back. I guess how much of that has been a message this morning, and I guess even the last 24 hours, even though it's still fresh?
Yeah, I mean, you've covered this team a long time, right? That's the expectation. That's the expectation from ownership to management to coaching staff to players. When you walk in this door, the expectation is to give yourselves an opportunity to compete for the Holy Grail, which is the Stanley Cup. So next season's no different. I still feel we have an incredible group of players, the core group of guys from leadership to the core group of guys who are just coming into their own. We have a good group of players. Now, there's no guarantees, right? There's no guarantees in life that you're going to get back to where you want to be. But if you keep putting yourselves in these situations, you keep going through these types of experiences, I think that helps get you back where you need to be. And you don't want to have that feeling again. So I think that helps too.
Can you take us through Game 3 in Anaheim and just what happened there, and just can you kind of maybe tell us what the rehab was like just to get back for the Colorado series?
Yeah, different. I had a few minor tears in my left adductor. It wasn't my back, which everybody else was saying. That's good. So yeah, I just had a couple of tears in my left adductor. no strength. So just the rehab process started the next day. That's the one thing about this organization. They don't leave anything unturned. We went through everything we could do to help it. They're willing to do. So I was fortunate that did a lot of good rehab over I guess it was 5 games that I missed, and was able to go. Probably could have stressed it earlier, but like I said, I think when I came back, the guys were playing good hockey, so bought a little bit of time, and it was good after that. Yep, no issue.
Mark, after the game the other night, you mentioned how proud you are to be the captain of this team, even if maybe it's the team people love to hate on it. Now that you've had some time to reset, I guess, I just wanted to get your thoughts on that view of just maybe the way that this team is viewed as the villain around the league.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I think for us, the guys who come here are excited to come here. They're excited to join a program that we have. That's what I'm proud of, is just being a part of the program that they've built in the city of Las Vegas. Proud to play in this city. Proud to play for this team. I enjoy the fact that they're always looking to make our team better. I was on a team prior for a couple seasons that a lot of our top guys were going out the door. That was tough. That's difficult. And I'm not saying these trades are easier, because I've lost a lot of really good friends in the process. But I'll never, I don't know what the word is, but be disappointed, I guess, that they're trying to make our team better. That's what I like about it. We're always looking to improve the team, whether that's adding staff, medical staff, adding, staff in the gym. Like, they're always looking to get better, which I appreciate. That's why I play this game, is to try and win, and that's what we were trying to do here.
As the captain of this team, just how much, it just seems like there was such a love in the room for one another. Just how proud are you of, or I guess, here, I'll ask it this way. What will you remember most about this, and just what have your favorite parts been of being a part of it?
Ooh, yeah, I keep going back, but we do a good job at adding good people too, right? I think that's helpful. Whether it was, adding the guys from Nashville at the start of the season, those are great people. Cole Smith, Nick Dowd, they just put good people in the locker room. Mitch's personality is infectious. The guys just really enjoyed being around each other. I think that's what makes a good locker room. Those are the times that you'll remember the most. Sometimes it's not actually the hockey part that you remember about these runs. I think you talk to a lot of guys, the best part of playoffs is obviously the games are great. They're so much fun to be in, but going on the road and having the team room and going back after a big win and playing cards and shooting the shit and watching movies together. Those are the stuff that you remember, and I think we have a great group of guys that love being around each other.
Mark, I was just kind of wondering, going back to the role of a villain, you mentioned it after the game in the locker room there. Do you guys kind of embrace that? Do you talk about that as a group, and does it rally you guys? And in your mind, if you don't mind sharing, do you hear the outside noise, and why would you guys be the villain? We can probably guess, but why are you guys the villain in the NHL community out there?
I don't know. I think it's a little overblown, obviously. Listen, we're looking to get better every year. We're always looking to get better, no matter what. As far as hearing about it in the locker room, it's just a good chuckle for us. We know what we've built here. We know what's been built here. Guys want to play here. Is it a beautiful city to live in? Yes, of course. Is it great weather? Yes, of course. But we've built a pretty good product as far as players wanting to play with good players. And I think that, there's definitely perks to playing here, but when you build something that people want to be a part of, guys want to play here.
Last
Mark, was Carter Hart after the game 6 took it really hard, and a lot of the teammates went over there and consoled him after. How important was he to your team this year, and just in the playoff run, and what he brought to your roster, and why was it important for the team to kind of go right after and console
Yeah, I mean, he played great for us. I mean, I say all year, but he had some, he missed a lot of time, and then he got, the injury, and I'm sure he just had fun. I think it was, it's stressful when you're in it, but when you look back, it's just fun. And I think when it's over, I think your emotions can kind of take over, and I think it sucked for him, and I think it sucked for everybody. I think he took it hard, but it's because he cares. He cares about winning. He cares about playing. So that guy's been through a lot, and in a short period of time. And I think there's a lot of good characteristics about Carter as a goalie and as a person.
There's a lot of outside noise about how the injuries have piled up for you over the years, and how much good hockey you might still have left. Do you feel like you still have a lot left to give?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like talking about personal stuff, but I might have just had the best year of my career. So I still feel good. Those years were tough, these last two. I played a lot of hockey. I would never turn down playing for my country, especially at the Olympics or at that Four Nations. But next year's probably a good thing that there's nothing. I just get to play for the Golden Knights, and I think you talk to anybody around the league, that was an exhausting year for whether it was the condensed schedule or going over and playing and representing your country in a best on best tournament for the first time in 12 years. So I feel good. I'm going to keep playing. I want to play as long as I can. I know there's been a lot of talk about me shutting it down, but I got no intentions of shutting down. I plan on playing until I'm ready to call it. And I'm not ready to call it. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a great summer. We'll see you in...
Hey, Jack, you've obviously known Torts the last little bit here, and obviously with the news today, just what can you say about the run that he kind of helped instill with you guys and just the impact that he had on the group?
Yeah, I mean, just utmost respect for him. You know, I think the impact that he had on our team, you know, obviously was seen. It was an honor to play for him every day, and I think all the guys in the room would agree. You know, so happy to have had that experience. But you know, now I guess we move on. So I'm a huge fan of Torts and everything he meant to our team and what he brought and what he meant to me, and the experience I had with him was phenomenal.
Jack, it's like Mitch was talking about, like he felt more free about this season. What does this organization kind of allow you guys to kind of like take a weight off your shoulders and have such a tight room that allows players to just play free and kind of take themselves to that next level, kind of like when you first arrived here?
Well, I mean, I think the organization does an incredible job of just allowing you as a player to focus on playing and performing and doing your job. And I think everywhere throughout this organization, I think people do an outstanding job of doing whatever they're supposed to be doing. And I think as players, it bleeds into allowing us to just do the things we need to do and not have to worry about other things. And I'm sure it was a refreshing year for Mitch, and living and being a part of this community and being a part of this organization. You know, it's a special place to play. It's a special place to live and be a part of. And, you know, I think all of us as players are really grateful and appreciate it.
Jack, how do you manage being proud and happy of what you guys did and what you guys accomplished, like getting 2 games away, and then kind of managing that with the disappointment of actually not getting the goal that you guys set out to get?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I think it takes some time to digest, you know, and I don't think it doesn't just happen overnight. I don't think you can just digest the whole season and understand, you know, what we did for 10 months, basically every day, and, you know, since the start of September, and you have this ultimate goal, and every team does at the start of the season, excuse me, and, you know, when you get so close to it and don't achieve it, it leaves you with, you know, quite an empty feeling, and I think you just process things for a bit, and it is hard to sit here and say, be appreciative of all the positives and be proud of what we accomplished and this and that when you feel like you were so close and didn't achieve it. You know, so there's always more, and I think that's, you know, that's the great part about our group. That's the great part about this organization is, you know, being able to turn the page and, you know, process it and think about how, you know, how can we get back in this position and be on the right side of things.
You kind of touched on it, but does the motivation to get back, does it kind of fuel you more when you lose or when you win like you did in 2020?
Well, I mean, I mean, the motivation's the motivation. I think that's the same every year. You know, you want to be, you know, it's an interesting question because, I mean, you could say that the motivation's more when you lose because of the emptiness and the feeling, but, you know, when you win and you feel that fulfillment, that's all you want to do after that is feel that feeling again and be able to share it with, you know, everybody that you went through everything with for the last, you know, 10 months. You know, you know, you guys are here. We're here every day for, you know, since the middle of September, and it's all, to win, and that's our goal. And I think when that doesn't happen, we're all looking for answers. We want to figure out, well, what could we have done differently? What could we have done better? And that doesn't change. I mean, we were 2 games short, but we were, ultimately didn't do enough. And I think we should be really proud of this season and some of the adversity that we overcame as a group. And the run itself, it was there's so many things that I'll remember and really be grateful and appreciative for. But it is still tough to process it all when you have just recently lost. I think it takes a little more time to to really appreciate all the great things we did.
Last call for questions. Next, we'll go to Vince. Jack, the guys that have come in, there's been a steadfast confidence, even though it's fresh, that regardless of what the group looks like in totality, you feel confident about being back. Braden said a couple times that with new coach and everything that's going to be different, training camp is as important. So my question is, that confidence, does that just stem from the top organizationally, regardless of the outcome? And 2, how do you get away in such a short off season, understanding the importance of, again, training camp?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, it's I think that's one of the beautiful things about our sport is every team comes in here at the start of the season with hopes and dreams of being the last team remaining, and there's so much parity in the NHL, and it's such a competitive league on a night-to-night basis for 82 games. But I mean, playing here in Vegas, you guys know how it is. Like, we're so blessed to have ownership, like Bill Foley, and management like Kelly and George, and what they do to give us the best opportunity and every night. And I think that confidence comes from the top for sure, bleeds through the entire organization, and it's something that us as players feel for sure. We feel like we're going to contend for a Stanley Cup every season, and I think that's a great attitude and a great way to go about things.
Jack, I think Carter Hart took it really hard after the Game 6 loss. Yourselves and the other team members went and consoled him after, as he took it really tough. What did he mean to you guys this year and in this playoff run, and maybe anything inside that what you shared with him or what? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have just the utmost respect for Carter. His work ethic every day, his mentality, what he puts into this. What he did for our team, the way that he played. I can't say enough good things about him. It's I mean, it was inspirational, and to watch him behind the scenes on a day-to-day basis, and he's obviously away from hockey for a minute, and the amount of work and effort and everything that he put into it, and his personality, and I have a lot of really great things to say about him, and we were so proud to play in front of him, and we wouldn't have been in that position without him. So I have nothing but the best to say, and think of Carter Hart.
Jack, I was just wondering, you hear from you guys that this is a great organization, that they'll do anything to win. When you walk in the doors here, you expect to win. I kind of wonder, among the other players and so forth, there's a little bit of jealousy, and then that poll came out where, the Vegas is the most hated team. Reasons behind that, I guess, is because of the success. Just a few of your thoughts on that.
There was a poll that came out that Vegas was the most hated team. Who voted on that? Random bunch of people. I mean, I'll say this: if you ask guys in the league, Vegas ain't on people's no trade list. So this is a place people want to be and people want to play, and this is an organization that people want to be a part of. And I would say all the players in here are very proud to represent the city and play for this organization. And there's a lot of amazing things that come with that. I sure know that I'm proud to be a part of this city and this organization. And, you know, I guess that's really all I have to say. I didn't know that there was a poll that said that, but you know, it's a special place to be and be a part of, and I'm sure proud of it.
Last one, back just not sure how much you want to share, but just how exhausting was this year for you, and just everything you went through physically and mentally?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a long year. It's a long year for everyone. You know, it's you know, we put a lot into this. You know, like I said earlier, it's every day since the middle of September, and we come here and, you know, work and put everything we have. There's a lot of travel. There's a lot of other things that come with it, and you know, 82 games is now going to be 84. You know, there's quite a bit of emotional and mental, you know, a toll that comes with that, and ups and downs and everything else. But I feel great. You know, I mean, I love to do this. I love to come here. I love to work. I love to prepare myself to play. You know, I'm sure my wife's probably getting sick of me a little bit, but and all my demands and asks on a day-to-day basis. But other than that, I mean, this is what we live for. I mean, this is it's an incredible thing to do every day, and there's not a day that goes by that I'm not grateful to play hockey and do this and be a part of this and this organization. And I mean, we have such a fantastic group of people that work here and that you're in the locker room with every day, and it really makes, you know, coming to work here really special. And you know, it was a long year for sure, but it was a long year for a lot of guys. You know, between playing the Olympics and the season and this and that, you know, a lot of guys went through a lot of stuff, and I'm just really proud of our group. You know, I think we overcame so much adversity, and you know, as a team, but also if you just individually go through the locker room and think about some of the things that guys went through in our room and dealt with, you know, maybe behind the scenes and this and that. I am really grateful to be a part of the group, and so proud of so many guys in that locker room. Actually, everybody. I shouldn't say so many guys. You know, I'm proud of the entire team. You know, it's tough to think like that when you lose and you're, you know, 2 games away from being Stanley Cup champions. But you know, at the same time, there's a lot to be proud of, and you know, I sure know that I'm proud to be, you know, a part of that team and to play with those guys. It's you know, a really special group.
Thank you, Jack.
Have a good summer, guys. Thank you.
Do what? I'm gonna have to take everything out in like shifts. Oh, because you have so much stuff. Yeah.